Hello, and welcome to another episode of BGI Entrepreneur Spotlight. Today, I have the opportunity to sit down with Dionne from Arbonne.
Yes. Hello.
Hello. So, Dionne, can you share with our community, give them your bio, who you are?
Yes, definitely. So definitely pleased to be here. So thank you guys so much for inviting me on this platform. So my name is Dionne Bishop, and I've been with Arbonne for 9.5, almost 10 years, coming up in this December. And what I do is I honestly help people with a holistic approach to their life, mind, body, and skin, in terms of healthy living. So whether it's you're looking at it as just eating cleaner, using, high quality, clean products on your skin. You can also turn it into a business and work alongside me and turning this into an opportunity to make disposable income, and kind of be in the business of healthy health and wellness as well.
Yeah. And why did you choose Arbonne?
You know what? Honestly, at the time, because by trade, I am a special event professional. And so what that means is that I produce large scale events, medium size, small, whatever, anything but a wedding, because I'm not, no, thank you. But at the time, I was looking for something that had meaning, that had something to do with environmental sustainability, because in the event world, we pay a lot of attention to, how much trash we produce, ways of diverting, zero waste events, all of that. So the environment became very important to me, and looking at sustainability in terms of corporate values. So long story short, I was very keen to find something that, made sense, that gave me the opportunity to make a little extra money on the side, but also something that I could, use my skills and kind of come into alignment with.
Right.
And, my cousin, she, my background's from Trinidad, and my cousin moved up here from Trinidad, and in like no time, she advanced her life. Like, she bought a house and she had a car, all this stuff. And I'm thinking, I was born and raised here and I'm struggling. Right. How did this happen? And so I told her all of this, and she said, you know what, you need to come and take a look at this business. I think you're really going to like it in terms of, again, the green concept. You're going to like the fact that you can make money. You're going to like the products. I'm not a big makeup wearer, but I do like, a little mascara and a lip gloss, something that will look sickly, and she said, you're going to like this. And so I just listened to her. She, she was my older cousin. She was smart. She was moving and shaking in life. And she said, you need to make more income. And, there's only so many lattes you can take out of your budget, right? Before you realize that at some point you just need to make more money. And she showed me Arbonne, and I read up on it. I saw what it was about. I realized it was a smart decision, and that's it. I was in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you've been in it for a long time, because usually, like, even I know for myself, I know Arbonne is a network marketing, right?
Yep.
Company.
Yep.
And I've been in a network marketing companies, and you don't usually last. Like, you'd be lucky if somebody lasts like 5 months.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's awesome that you've lasted 9 years going into 10. So that speaks like crazy, astronomically, like, commitment to you and how much it has improved your life, right?
Yes.
Created opportunity for you.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things, is like, my mindset is something that I generally like to teach people, or just share about. I encourage people, I'm always reading, I'm always paying attention. And I think a lot of times is that when people come into network marketing, especially from experiences through what I've seen on my team, right? I've had people come, people go, much like you said, 5 months sometimes. I've had someone last 24 hours, like, signed up, got their products and ready to rock and roll. And then before it even hit their doorstep, they were like, I'm out, refund. But I think a lot of it too is just that, for me, it's not a lottery. And I think a lot of times it's positioned or presented to people like, just kind of sign up, do this, sell some product, you'll make some money, and you'll get the pink Cadillac in the Mary Kay era, or whatever. When really I looked at it as an actual business, And for me, I'd already started my own business. I have built a business from scratch before. And when I looked at my tax return one year, and I realized how much money I spent on, logo design, website development, photography, business cards, like all of the admin stuff that I got to get that other business off the ground, it was thousands of dollars. And I thought to myself, I'm not seeing a return on this. This is insane. So when I saw Arbonne, I saw it more as it's a business in a box. Like, it's still a business. I have to apply the same amount of effort and have the same positive mindset. But you guys are taking care of the marketing. You guys are doing all the shipping. I don't need to learn how to ship.
Right.
I don't care. I don't want to know that. You know what I mean? So for me, it was how you looked at it. And I think also how it was presented to you. A lot of people present it, in my opinion, like it's easy when really it's not.
No, it's not. And I think that's where people need to be real, right? Just you want to help somebody improve, but also be real with them. Give them the real story. Don't make them think that, you can make this quick money, because that's the other thing. They're like, okay, you just sign these people up, and then they get them to sign other people up. And then, and then it leaves a bad taste about pyramids and like network marketing event, like companies.
Yes.
Really bad taste, when really and truly they're not bad.
Exactly.
Right. It's just how people have made them out to be.
Right. And, like anything you apply, anything is great on paper, and then you apply human beings to it, and then boom, there it goes. Right. Like, it can be up, it can be down. It's crazy because it's the human that you're adding to it. It's just like money, like money has no, it's not good or bad. Money's neutral, but you put money in the hands of a good person, good things happen. You put money in the hands of a bad person, bad things happen. So it's the human that's applied to this neutral entity. And I think that's what network marketing is. It's neutral. It's a good, obviously do your due diligence and take a look at each company and see what they're offering, et cetera, et cetera. But, at the end of the day, it's how it's presented and how you approach it, from a business standpoint. So, yeah, but it's the elephant in the room that I am happy to, to chat about all the time, because I didn't understand when I started this business. Someone said to me, here's how you respond if someone says it's a pyramid scheme. And I honestly didn't even know what a pyramid scheme was. Like I had never had that concept. So for me, it was like, this is stupid. Nobody thinks like that, until I started doing the business. And I really started to see people being like, no, this is a pyramid scheme. You're just trying to sign me up so you'll make money. And I was so lost to the concept, because I honestly had no experience with it. And I didn't see it that way. So I kind of was like, what? But now I understand that it's, there's been some other experiences over time, over history, that have been very not so good. And I wouldn't have signed up, honestly, I looked at some of these other ones and I think to myself, like, yeah, I wouldn't have done that business either. So you're right.
But that's the thing, there's good ones, and then there's really bad ones, and the really bad ones leave a bad taste in your mouth. So then it spreads to everybody else, and everybody else gets affected.
Yes. Yeah. So it's but as I say, I've done every type of business from, service-based business, as an event producer. I'm a service. I'm like a clipboard for hire. I usually make the joke, and say I can, you hire me and your day will move smoothly, all that good stuff. But just looking at the different types of businesses, this one, network marketing or social marketing is what they, they're now calling it. It's scalable, and it allows me to move faster. And I saw a return financially much faster than I did when I was trying to, compete as the event producer of choice within my community. Right? There's a lot of people, and not a lot of people care about your education or skills or background or connections. They just were like, oh, can you do an event? Can you do my sister's birthday?
Right.
And, I was competing in a world that was not at the same level as me. And it wasn't working. So I was like, I'm not going to stall my life. I got to figure out another way.
Right.
So
have you married the two businesses together ever?
You know what? The skills I believe in holistic living, right? Like in just general, I think your skill set that you learn, you can always add to your toolbox, you know, and the skills in terms of speaking to people, organizing, you know, being on time, the creativity of designing an event, understanding people to feel the room, you know, like I can tell when like, okay, these people are getting antsy. If this food doesn't come out in the next 4 minutes, it's going to be anarchy, you know?
Right.
All of that I can apply even to my Arbonne business. So before lockdown, you know, I would occasionally do nutrition demonstrations, or I would teach people how to make smoothie bowls, or we would do skincare demos because people want to enjoy the product as well while they're learning.
Right.
And very quickly, I was able to, I wouldn't say master it, but very quickly I was able to, you know, get it clean where it was like, it's 2 hours start to finish. I can confidently tell a host, someone wants to host for me and have friends and family come over. I can confidently tell you I'm going to be in and out in 2 hours.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, because I know that 2 hours is the maximum, you know, people's attention span.
Yeah.
And even the host, you know, I tell my team all the time, or at least the team back in the day when I used to do a lot of these in-home parties, I would teach them all the time. I'm like, listen, your host could be the nicest person in the world. I don't care. They don't even know that they're going to get tired at 2.5 hours. I know they're going to get tired. Right. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're just chilling and eating the bonbons and you haven't done, you know, you haven't gotten a sale, you haven't closed up anything. And then you can see your host is starting to, you know, rub her forehead. You can see people starting to be like, okay, I got to get out of here, you know, and then your party just dissipates and no one buys anything and it goes to, you know.
Yeah. Just like a hangout time, right?
It was just a hangout, right? Yeah. So I was able to apply those skills. So I marry them in the sense of like, it's the same person. Sort of shows up and the same toolbox of skills shows up. I'm comfortable with group presentations, you know, and then even in my event world, I'm now comfortable with, you know, I just moderated an online panel maybe a month ago for the industry. And it came from me having to learn how to do these online lives with my Arbonne business.
Right.
You know, so I was able to take the skill I learned from my Arbonne business, having to go online during the quarantine. And I easily transitioned and was able to move ahead in that area in my events side. So it's just a marriage of, it's all a toolbox of skills, and it's just where you apply it, in my opinion.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, Charlene Thomas says, I love Arbonne essential products.
Oh, good. Beautiful. Yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten a comment that's like the products are trash. Like no one ever says the products are trash. Everybody loves the products. They will say that sometimes it's too expensive or, you know, the price is high, but you know, that's another conversation of perspective.
Yes. It's all about mindset, right?
Yeah.
All about mindset.
But everyone says they love it. So I'm always happy to hear it.
Well, you know what? I want to let everybody know what we did on IG. We actually made a chunky monkey smoothie.
Yes. I put mine in my cup.
So, yeah, we got to make this on IG and we're drinking it live now.
Exactly. Yes.
So I can tell you, this is my first Arbonne shake, which I really liked. I enjoyed. It's smooth. It's very soft. You don't feel like the powdery stuff on your palate. And it's yummy. It's really yummy.
Yeah.
Really yummy.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. It's, we made, you know, again, we made the chunky monkey, which is just different versions. And the reason why we did it that way too is, I was doing a smoothie challenge actually, and I didn't mention this on IG, but a lot of times, you know, people know us for the 30 days to healthy living, sort of clean eating program. And we teach you how to eliminate, you know, processed sugars and, you know, take gluten out of your diet for 30 days and all of these different things so that you can give your body a chance to rejuvenate itself, to rest from all of the things that taste amazing on the tongue, but sometimes cause havoc in the body, right?
Yes.
So we do that. But I also did, today's day 15 for me of a 15-day smoothie challenge. And, what I did was introduce people to, okay, if you're not ready to do 30 days of clean eating, just start small and play around with different recipes, have some fun. I think anything that you can apply fun to, you'll want to do it and you'll last longer. So let's have some fun. And we made different types. There was vanilla. A lot of people love vanilla. And
Charlene said that vanilla is her favorite.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, and vanilla. And if you mix vanilla with a citrus fizz stick, and you put some ice in there.
Sorry.
So the fizz sticks are our energy drink. So it's basically like an answer to a Red Bull, right? But Red Bull is just like next level sugar and caffeine and all these things, right? So our energy fizz sticks is little packets. You put it in water, you shake it up, and you drink it. And it's got guarana seeds, so it's a natural caffeine. There's ginseng, B12, coenzyme Q10, like you name it, like a whole bunch of stuff. But there's different flavors. So pomegranate, citrus, and strawberry are our main flavors. And if you mix citrus with the vanilla, and you put some ice in there, it tastes like an orange creamsicle. Like back in the day.
I've heard you say that.
Yes.
I've heard you say that. Yes.
Yeah. And I love it. So we've been doing a lot of, over the past 15 days, I've been doing a lot of different concoctions with the smoothies and, coming up a vanilla and mango, frozen mango chunks, and the vanilla, another like beautiful. And the base, I sometimes put the base with coconut water. So instead of plain water, I use coconut water, frozen pineapple, vanilla, and it's kind of a pina colada vibe. So lots of fun.
I like that.
That's just boring. It's a base clean ingredient that you can punch it up. You can have fun with it. And, even when we talk about healthy living and we talk about different cultures, I was having this conversation the other day too. And it was like, a lot of times when we think healthy living or healthy eating, it's this like, you got to just drink water, eat kale all day and drink protein shakes, and it's like, shoot me now, but that's not sustainable.
Yeah.
And so I talk a lot about as well, like, cooking with our products, right? Bringing in your cultural foods and really just replacing certain things. So instead of peanut butter, because peanut butter, for some people, way too much sugar, way too much fats and different things, like peanut butter is not a good thing for everybody. But instead of not drinking the peanut punch that you might make, I made it on my channel the other day and I said, here's how you can make the peanut punch vibe with almond butter, vanilla protein, and coconut water, So cultural foods, flavors that we all know and remember and are looking for, but just with low calories, low glycemic index, and a healthier version, gluten-free, versions to just make your body feel like, allow your body the chance to feel better, but also, trick your palate.
Yeah. Yes,
that you're not eating rabbit food all day, for the love of God, right? Like
yes, Charlene says, I am on the 30-day challenge. And she said, yes, it's awesome. And wow, I'm going to try when you were talking about the pina colada, she's like, I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
If you have questions for Dionne, type them in the chat and we'll definitely answer them.
Yeah, definitely. I love questions.
So, okay. Because this is also an educational tool. I like to use as it. So how do you market yourself? I know Arbonne provides you with materials, but how are you going outside of those materials and marketing yourself?
Yeah, well, great question, because, there's a lot of conversation now just about, again, diversity, showcasing different ethnicities using, products and things like that. And so it's a very key time that we're in right now, where people want to see more Black and brown skin using products and being promoted to. And so I've had to go outside a little bit. Now, Arbonne has done a good job, as you said. They really have given us some more diverse marketing material and even some captions and things like that you can literally just kind of copy and then tweak to your own.
Right.
But yeah, I've really had to, I think, dig into, who am I? Who am I authentically? How do I authentically want to show up in the world with this product? And so for sure, my marketing, I have been doing a lot of education in the sense of, I've been starting to get into lives like we were talking about earlier, and recording videos where, I'm not necessarily teaching per se, but I'm giving value on, mindset shifts, strategic thinking, financial literacy, like all of these other pieces that I believe in and I operate in, but I'm just adding value.
Right.
Outside of just, here's my protein shake, click here and buy now. Nobody really, that doesn't really work. And also, in the event world, in marketing, corporate marketing, a lot of corporate marketing has gone to personal recommendations, has gone to face-to-face demos and trade shows and that kind of thing, because people are understanding that marketing now, more and more people want to get a recommendation. That's why everybody goes to Google reviews before they decide if they're going to work with someone, or, go to their Facebook page and look at the comments, right? Because you want that authentic human being behind, the messaging. Who actually is that? So my marketing, I've been getting real comfortable and vulnerable with even sharing who I am authentically, and just bringing myself to the table. Because ultimately, you and I hope that we would have a long relationship, whether it's a client or a business partner, that we have a long-term relationship. And so I can't pretend to just be like this person that I'm not. And, 6 months in, I can't keep it up. And now you're like, who are you? I don't want to do this deal anymore.
I know. It's I've had, for myself with that, I've had to do a lot of self-talk, a lot of like mindfulness, and being, just coaching myself through it, that it's okay, and because you do have to get vulnerable. You do have to, people want to know your real self.
Yeah.
You're not going to buy the product if it's like, they're not going to, because they want to trust you.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
So you have to share your story. So yeah, it's that has been a huge learning curve for me.
Yeah. It's true. And it's funny, like it's even perception. I think it's even getting my clients to accept the authenticity, because oddly enough, people are shocked if I say a product that I have in my arsenal and I say, oh, I don't use it.
Right.
Oh my gosh, what do you mean? So I don't use it. I don't like it. Right. And it's like foreign. They're just like, how could you say you don't like it and you represent this brand? And I'm like, because I don't like everything. Like, who likes everything? I have 500 products in my store. If I don't need, like, everyone laughs at me because I don't drink hot fruit. So let me just let me just put it out there. I hate like raspberry tea or
that's the best.
No, it's like blasphemy to me. I'm like, the fruit is supposed to be cold and nice and refreshing, not hot. So why that comes into play is there's a thing that we say, especially in the 30-day program. If you are a coffee drinker,
right,
we teach people you can replace the coffee because it's highly acidic. So you want to take that out with our herbal tea and put in our fizz stick, because the fizz stick is the natural caffeine for the kick. And the herbal tea will give you this nice warm sort of, to start your day, you wanted this warm coffee.
Right.
And people are always like, oh, this works. Now for my coffee drinkers and people who don't mind hot fruit, they love it, right? They're like, oh, this was a great decision. Thanks. But then they ask me, Dionne, do you drink this? I say, absolutely not. And it's like,
but you're telling them to drink it.
You're telling me to drink it. I'm like, yeah, because I'm not you, right? I'm like, I represent a brand based on the brand values, based on the integrity of the brand, based on the environmental sustainability, like the core of Arbonne. There's nothing that Arbonne doesn't put out that I don't try. I will try everything because it's my responsibility to know what it tastes like, know what it feels like, know what it does, and then I can talk to my clientele and my business partners, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But I don't personally like hot fruit. So I'm not going to lie to you and be like, oh yeah, girl, that tizzy, that thing is so good. I love it. Buy two. And then you catch me 6 months later, and you might catch me at an event or something, and you see me scorn it. You see me be like, I'm not drinking that.
Right.
Right. So now people are like, yeah, but you just told me you loved it 4 weeks ago. So that's never going to happen. And I think what that's doing with my clients that do learn me and understand and they enjoy my authenticity is that when I do say, listen, if you like this, you're going to like this.
Right.
You can trust me because I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you straight up, like, nah, that tastes like trash together. Don't do that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And if you have the same palate as me, or you have the same energy as me, you know, you might be like, okay, well, if Dionne, if you like it, then I'll probably like it. Or I have some clients that are like, do you like it? And I say no. And they're like, then I know I'm going to like it, because we like the opposite.
Yes.
Like literally everything.
So how do you build relationships in your business? Like, how do you like?
So yeah, this is actually huge learning for me. Big time. This was like, I had to put it, I mean, I'm reading books on people and relationships because I am, not only am I introverted by nature. So like, you know, you could leave me by myself for days and I'm not worried. I was chilling in the beginning of this quarantine thing. I was like, this is life. This is the way.
This is your heaven. Yes.
Yeah. I was like, well, amen. Right. So, and then I'm also good with groups. So, you know, back in my day, I used to like, you know, perform and dance, and I was in a band and all these things. And so I'm good with, I'm on a stage and I'm speaking to people, but like a mass, and there was no personal relationship required. I just performed, and then I was off. I would go back home with my book and my blanket and my, you know, 2 good friends, and kumbaya.
Right.
This business, you can't do that. You just can't, right? This is, people want to talk to me, and
and you're like, what?
Yeah, and I hear how this sounds, everyone listening to me. I know, but it's like, why are you texting me? You know, or somebody would be like, hey, you want to come do this thing? And I'm like, no. But in my head, I'm like, look, you got to build these relationships. You've got to allow people to know who you are on the inside, because I'm a deep thinker as well. Like, I'm always, you know, my God, I'm always in my head.
Right.
And so when I do come around, I have this jovial sort of like life of the party vibe, but it takes so much out of me.
Yes. So much energy out of you.
That I don't do it often. And people wanted me to do it often. So it became a thing for me where it was like, I can't go to everything. I can't talk to everybody. And why are you calling my phone? Just text me. Like, who calls anymore? Right. And it was just a whole thing. So I had to really, I started writing Post-it notes, reminding myself, and this is no shade to people.
Right.
It's just how I'm built. Right. So I had to write Post-it notes, and I'd say, you know, touch base with 3 people today. And I would just be like, okay. And so I'd go on my thing and I'd be like, hey, how you doing today? You know, how's going on? And these are, you know, clients, prospective clients, people that are just around the way. Like, there's no real, like, it's intentional, but it's not like, you know, I'm seeking out only the people that shop with me. It's sort of just like, okay, just get into the habit of saying hi to people. And what I realized too over time is that most people don't want to talk to you for an hour either.
No,
you know, they just don't. But my perception was like, oh my God, I'm going to be trapped on the phone, getting caught up about everything that your dog did for an hour. And I'm like, I just, and I'm sure fluffing is great, but oh my gosh, right? But I quickly realized that, no, you know what? People just like the, hey, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And so now it's like second nature. Now I'm comfortable with it. I kind of just, you know, I know if someone texts me and they say, hey, Dionne, can you know, look this up for me? Can I order this thing? Now I just roll over and I do it. So I try to be present. I intentionally remind myself to say hi. I engage on people's social media a lot. I try to say hi. I try to put comments, you know, offer a little joke that kind of brings a little energy to other people's pages, and, you know, and, you know, just get myself out there so people are used to seeing me, and they kind of know who I am by the time I come around trying to talk business. Right. They already know me. So it's better that way. It's good. Yeah. Introvert becoming somewhat comfortable with the extroverted life.
So, I know for most introverts, like being in, like, what do you do is, what does your downtime look like? Because Arbonne is a very relationship, social based business. And then what does Dionne do after that? Like to re-energize yourself. What does that look like?
Right. Well, now I have it to such a, now I have it on such a good flow. So, you know, let's say in the case of today, like I knew I was going to jump on to do this today. I didn't really have a lot of people time prior.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So I know like, oh, if today I'm going to be on live and I'm going to be talking to people and I kind of, you know, have to have some form of presence.
Right.
Today is not the day to also, you know, go have some like barbecue party thing with someone, you know? So I definitely pace out my day, but what it looks like is honestly, a cup of tea, my blanket. I love podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm listening. I love sermons. So I'm always, you know, getting caught up on my Elevation Church or my Transformation, somebody, and listening and just lying down and chilling. I love my backyard, like in the sense of like, let me just sit out there and listen to the trees, you know, nature hikes, like let me be outside. But I pace it out. I don't do more than 2 things a day.
Okay.
Forget it. I will burn out. And I've burnt out in my life prior, just from an event perspective, always being on the go and having to give. I have burnt out. And for self-care purposes, now I learned the hard way, 2 things a day. And if I have to provide presence with people, then my morning is completely silent. No TV, like nothing. It's just, I'm silent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome. I like your self-care strategies, because it's, in doing this, I realized there's a lot of people who are business owners and entrepreneurs that are introverts, and some of them are just go, 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 and then they just crash.
Yeah.
But I like that you have like a nice balance in between, and you identify where you need to take your downtime if you're going to be interacting with these people and doing lives. That's really, really very important strategy to have.
Yeah. I'm a big believer in it. I encourage people to figure out what your truth, and not your threshold that you can manage, but your threshold that you desire. Like, you know, like what's your best space? What's your core desired feeling? That's usually something I actually live. I did a whole exercise on determining what my core desired feelings are. And so now I don't do anything that will not evoke one of those feelings, right? And it's, for me, it's affluent, supported, and free, right? So I need to feel supported, which is like heard.
Right.
So if I'm going to go and do something and I feel like people aren't going to be listening, or I'm just giving my energy for no reason, like that doesn't make anything happen for me, you know? And freedom, like I don't like to feel stuck or in bondage. So I need to know, like, if I'm going to do this thing, am I feeling like obligated, or am I feeling like I really want to be here, you know, by my own choice? And then affluent is more about abundance and that sort of, you know, do I feel like I'm giving more, or am I receiving more? Like, you know, is it bigger than just like this one little, like, oh, I'm going just to clap, but am I going because I'm supporting someone's dream, or I'm going because like I need that purpose, that mission? You know, and it sounds big. I know a lot of people are like, geez, Dionne, that's like heavy. Like, you're asking me to come to a barbecue, right?
But no, because you know what? It's quarantine. This whole quarantine thing has made me realize and stop that I don't do anything unless it gives me joy. If it doesn't give me joy, I got to feel joy. I'm not going to show up. I'm not going to put myself out there, because I'm like a yes person. And I did that for so many years, right? Yeah. And then I'm treating myself. I'm not taking care of me, and I'm not putting me first. And it started to show up in all different parts of my life, and my health, and my body, my mind, and my soul. So now, if I don't feel no joy, I'm not doing it.
Exactly. If for any reason, you know, 1 out of 3 of my desired feelings, if I don't hit, 1 out of 3, I can, all right, I made a mistake on this one, whatever, but it's not a big deal. But 2 out of 3 on my core desired feelings, like if I feel obligated and forced, and I don't feel, like there was a purpose for me being here, like I'm, people, like an example in my event world, a lot of times people will say to me, oh, I need your expertise. You got to come help me do this because you're so good at events. Cool. And then I get there and then you don't listen to a word I say. Right. Like you still do everything that you would have done on your own. And now you're forcing me to follow your plan, which is trash. Right. And you knew it was trash, which is why you hired me in the first place. Right. So like, that's 2 out of the 3. So it's like, forget it, And same thing in Arbonne, like, it's like, I've had people say to me like, oh yeah, I really want to, learn more. Can you send me more information, or can we, jump on a call? And I'm happy to do all of those things. Right. But it is not a good feeling for me if I get there and I feel like I forced you here when really I didn't. It's up to you whether you want to come or not. Right. And I don't like if I'm speaking and then it's like, clearly you're not interested in anything I have to say. So I kind of start going, well, why am I here? Yeah. Why am I wasting my time? What are we doing? And then that starts to, and all that emotion. And I'm like, no.
Yeah. Cause the energy is so important. Other people's energy and where you are and what you want to attract to yourself. And it's so important.
Yes. Yeah.
So important.
Yeah. I like to work. I have work ethic. I like excellence and not perfection. I think when people hear me say excellence, they also think perfection, and never that. Progress, never perfection. But I do like to give everything my best foot forward. Right. So I do aim for excellence in the terms of execution or delivery. I like to just give people value. Like, if you're going to come and see something I'm doing or you're going to talk with me, guaranteed I prepared for it. I might have read something. I might have refreshed my memory. Like I'm knowledgeable and I'm coming to the game ready to connect, and it's clear that you almost forgot that we were even meeting and you're just not interested. And it's just, and so you're just like, okay, this.
Yeah. You're not even.
It's a myth.
That, yes. So what's one advice that you would give to an upcoming entrepreneur?
So I'll switch this one up to now. Know truly why you're doing what you're doing. If you are just doing it for a quick buck, forget it. Yeah. If you're just doing it because you feel like it's the thing to do right now, like everybody's a girl boss and a boss babe and a whatever. If you think that's the reason, that's why you're doing it, stop. Because ultimately you got to love what you're doing because this thing can eat you alive. Yes. You know what I mean? And so know why you're doing it. Like, what is your value that you're giving to the world? What is it that lights your fire? Pursue all things that sets your soul on fire. That's one of my mantras, one of my things, right? And so if it doesn't set your soul on fire, then what are you doing it for? Like, and truly ask yourself, why am I here? And if the answer isn't something big enough and strong enough that will keep you in the game when, you go down, because it's up and down, up and down.
Yes, it is.
If you don't have a strong understanding of what you're doing and why you're doing it, the first obstacle and bump that you get, you're out.
Out, yeah.
So just save yourself the grief, you know what I mean? Like, really know what you're doing and know why you're doing it, and then be proud of it. I think that's another piece, right? Everybody's journey is so different. Success to me looks completely different to what success to you is. But my hope is that everyone's success lands them in happiness. Whatever that looks like for you, I want it to land you in happiness. So if it doesn't look like mine, that's okay, but be proud that you're doing what you're doing. And, you may not be the most popular person on the block at the moment, but if it sets your soul on fire, if it makes you happy, if you have the ability to navigate your life with ease and joy because of this thing versus going to something else that you may not like and you struggle every day of your life, like, just forget about it. Stick to what makes you literally like soar, right. And then just be happy in it and be proud of it. Don't whisper it. Someone's like, so what's your business? And you're like, oh, well, I just do this thing. The word just The word just is the worst thing ever.
I am.
Yeah. I am an independent consultant with Arbonne.
Yeah.
You know, I am an event producer. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're, oh, well, I'm just this, you know, I got this, just this little thing, and it's just, right? No.
And we're all there, because I remember being there, like, I'm like, what's my message? Because, you know, like, you go out, when you just start going out with my message, what's my why? And people are asking all these questions. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
I know.
This is like
an elevator pitch, you know, that used to make me so nervous. I still don't even know if I have an elevator pitch, to be completely honest with you. But that thing used to make me so nervous. Like, you know, pitch me in 15 seconds.
Yes.
What? You know, I want to get the appointment with you in 15 seconds.
I know.
You know, I want to get you interested in who I am, that you want to listen to me. But there's no way I can, you know, tell you what I want to tell you in 15 seconds. In the elevator, I'm booking the meeting. Like, you and I, we're coming to Monday at 10 o'clock. I'm going to be at your office. That's what's happening in the elevator for me. This idea of, like, make the sale in the elevator, I don't get that one. Yeah.
Well,
it's tough for me, you know, and I've seen people do it, and, you know, and again, what makes you happy? If it works, it works. But just, like, for me, it is too much. I'm like, it's paralyzing pressure for someone like me. And rather, you know, just give up. I'm like, no, I'm going to tweak this 15-second rule that everyone says you're supposed to follow, tweak it to make it fit me. And I'm booking the meeting in the elevator, and in the meeting, give me half an hour of your time, and then I'm going to sell you.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's such a much more gentle way to do it. Even though there's some situations where you just have to sell it. You know, you can feel, and usually you can feel it. You can feel, okay, I have to just go real hard. And then there's other times where, you know, you have to massage, you need to develop the relationship, you need to get to know them, get to know their dog, their cat. What kind of wine do they drink?
Fluffy and muffy. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there's definitely those, you know, once in a lifetime opportunities where, you know, if somebody amazing was in the elevator and, you know, I want their attention. Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm not an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never going to see Oprah again. Like, this is, you know, this is it. So you better talk quick and fast. But I feel like because I would be at more ease and I'm more ease with myself in general, it would flow. Right. And because I intimately know what it is that I'm doing, and I intimately know why I'm doing what I'm doing, if I see that moment, then I probably can, you know, gussy up and get it done. But as a general practice, it's way too much pressure to sustain for my entire career. Like, you know what I mean? For me, again, right? Way too much pressure. It's a pressure moment. I always rise to the pressure. And in the event world, again, you know, Arbonne is such a, like, it's not night and day, but, like, events is very intense, right? Like, it has to be timely. It has to be right on the money. Your numbers have to be accurate. Otherwise people don't eat. Like, there's a lot of this pressure. And Arbonne, you know, there's not, you know,
you can do a party in 2 hours.
Yeah. Right. Like, come on. Right. So it's a little bit different, but it's like, for me to sustain that pressure, that's part of what burnt me out with my event business. To sustain that pressure all the time, every day, nonstop for years. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, you can't. All of a sudden, you're finding yourself heart palpitating. You gained weight. You've got acne. Your skin is dry. You don't know what's going on, and it's just, it's not sustainable. So for me, that 15 seconds is book the appointment. Get you to see who I am. Pay attention to me, and let me get your number. And you know, and we're switching cards. And I'm calling you. You know, and then get out the elevator.
Amazing. Well, before we end this wonderful and amazing conversation, I like to ask all my guests to complete the sentence, as I asked you before on Instagram. So, I believe.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch this one up now because I have lots of belief statements. I believe in the power of now. Yes. I actually have a girlfriend that calls me the power of now, you know, in a positive way. Yeah. I believe in the power of now. Get her done.
Nice.
Get her
Nice.
done.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. So I want to thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It was an awesome evening making my monkey smoothie. It's all done. I have like a little sip that I don't want to like.
Yeah.
I gotta be a little.
That's like down your chin.
Yeah. But it's definitely yummy. And I encourage everyone on this live who's watching, who's going to watch later. I definitely encourage you to reach out to Dionne. All of her links and her socials are in the comments. You can find her on Facebook and Instagram. Just click on the links and you're directly to her.
Yeah.
And as you can see, she's an amazing individual. If you are thinking of becoming an entrepreneur and, you know, Arbonne is the space that you want to, you know, disrupt and get and learn more, Dionne is the right person to connect with.
Yes.
100%. And I definitely learned a lot. We'll be talking because I want some shakes. So yeah, I really like that. It was very yummy. And I liked that you can make, I'm not plain. I like jazzing things up because I have a sweet palate, right? So yeah, I need things to not taste like it's like cardboard. It's a health, yes. And I like that it's like a lifestyle and not okay, it's not after like my workout, I have to drink this. It's just a lifestyle.
Yeah. And it's not like a 14 days, you know.
Yes, like a cleanse.
Deprive yourself, eat nothing but cayenne pepper, honey, and water for 14 days. And look at your fat belly. You know, well, I'm sure it's flat after 14 days of nothing but air, but I still need to live after those 14 days.
Right, exactly. And then I want your glowing skin. It's glowing.
It's all that water too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like 2 liters of this, shakes, multivitamins. You know, you gotta keep yourself healthy, and healthy is part of the resistance. That's what I tell people. Like joy is a resistant move, man. You're part of the resistance.
Yay! Awesome. So thank you once again. And if you are an entrepreneur and you're interested in becoming and wanting to be Spotlight, definitely click the link. And it's a 4-minute quick form that I need to get to know you and know your business. And let's chat, let's connect, I want to spotlight you. I want to talk. I want to learn.
Yeah, this is an amazing experience. So if you are an entrepreneur, I endorse it. Yes. Get on it. It's really great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks. Love it. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.